I am a Master's Intermediate Novice Skater, and myself, in addition with my adult off-ice class, are going to demonstrate the mobility program. To demonstrate the banded T's and Y's. So with a resistance band or resistance tube, you're going to hold out in front of you, arms shoulder width apart, grab the band, turn your thumbs up, then squeezing those shoulders together, you're going to lay your arms straight out to the side, and then control coming back together. That is a T. Arms are going to go up over your head. Same thing, squeezing those shoulders together. Controlling back up, that is a Y. Thumbs up. T. Arms overhead. Y. Demonstrate psoas marching. For psoas marching, you're going to start laying on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor with a resistance band or resistance tube tied around your ankles. From here, you're going to lift one leg up, make a 90-degree angle, and march it back down, up, and back down. All the while trying to keep your core muscles tight and engaged, not letting your back arch. Be nice and flat against your mat. Go ahead. Exercise is the prone T and Y, so laying on your stomach. Arms go up to the side. And you're going to lift and squeeze those shoulders up from that position and try to hold for a count of 10. And lower back down. That is a T. Then a Y. Arms go out straight over your head or out to a 45-degree angle. Again, you're going to lift your shoulders up and squeeze to lift those arms higher. This should be more challenging than the T. Thinking about squeezing those shoulders down and back. Do not let your shoulders come to your ears. And then lower back down.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Gornowski, and I'll be showing you the fun or torturous foam roller, depending on how long you've been doing it.
First rolling exercise Bonnie's going to demonstrate is how to roll the hamstrings. So she sits on the roll with her hands behind her, legs out straight. You can start by rolling both hamstrings at the same time, or you can cross one leg and roll individual hamstrings. If you are new to foam rolling, we highly recommend starting with both legs. If you are an experienced foam roller, go ahead and cross one leg, leaning a little bit more onto your lower leg. For rolling your hamstrings, you want to go from the base of your knee all the way up into your butt and back down. Adductors, the muscles on the inside part of her thigh, you're going to lay on your stomach. And then the leg you are rolling is turned slightly out to the side with your knee bent. You're rolling up and down the inner part of your thigh. So with this one, you do pull your hips up a little bit as you come towards your knee.
It's easier on a large foam roller than it is on the tiny one.
Going to roll her peroneals, or the front part of her lower leg. So in a hands and knees position, just roll from the bottom of your kneecap. Please do not roll over your kneecap. It does hurt. Down to about the tops of your shoes. And again, if you are an experienced foam roller, you can cross one foot and roll on just one side. So our next roll is for the TFL, or the IT band. So for this, you're going to be in a side plank position. With the roll starting down at your knee, you're going to lift your hips up and roll up the side of your leg, using your arm to assist, up and down. Some people, to help, will cross their top leg, bending that knee, and go ahead and use that top leg to help them as well. Bonnie just has incredibly good balance and rolling technique. You can tell she does this. To Roll out our iliopsoas, which is the muscle right there at your groin. So you're going to get the roller right in that spot on your groin, and then you're going to rock from side to side, kind of rolling or massaging that out. You can also add a little up and down motion to that. This can also be done with a softball. You just get a softball underneath that hip and roll on that softball. Stretch is the hamstring pales and rails. For this stretch, you're going to lay on your back, sticking one foot through a door frame, putting the other foot up on the side of the door, and scooting yourself as close to the door as you can while keeping that knee straight. If you have tight hamstrings, you're going to be further away from the door. Once you've held this stretch for about 10 seconds, I want you to push your heel into the wall for a count of 10, activating those hamstrings. And then we're going to lift our leg away from the wall as far as we can and hold for a count of 10. So there, Bonnie gained some flexibility. And then we can go back to the wall. If we gained a little bit of flexibility and you can scoot yourself closer, you can. Then we're just going to hold that stretch. And then we would repeat that on the other leg. This is the 90-90 breathing with hip internal rotation. You start laying on your back with your feet up against a wall, your knees and hips both at a 90-degree angle. And then you tighten your abdominal muscles, pulling your back flat, slightly lifting your butt up off the mat. From here, you're going to take 5 deep breaths in and out while maintaining that slight hip lift. Once you complete 5 breaths, you're going to pull one foot slightly away from the wall, and you're going to turn your foot outward and then back in 20 times.
Oh yeah, I usually do for about a week, especially in my mind. No, I had to, so.
I think they get the gist.
Yep. Straight, thoracic extension over a foam roller. Sitting feet flat, knees bent. Kind of get the roll position right at about the bottom of your rib cage. We'll go ahead and lay back over that roll. And then what you want to do is lay back, let that head relax. If this is an okay position, it does not hurt your back, you're going to pull those arms up over your head. We take about 10 deep breaths. Each exhale, letting yourself sink further into the roll. And then we're going to scoot ourselves up a couple spine levels. Same thing, just try to relax into that roll. If your spine is tight and this is incredibly uncomfortable, you want to back off. You're going to put your hands behind your head. You're going to do a little mini curl up. And you're going to go just into that point where it gets a little bit stiff and uncomfortable. And then curl yourself back up. And do 10 little pulsed curls. You do not want to do this in your low back. Your low back naturally goes into this position. It does not need to go further. You want to focus on getting some extension through your thoracic spine or your rib cage region. And then you can go up yet a third level. Get that upper part. And then some of us really like to just roll. And here you might actually get your back to pop. Up and down, stopping at the bottom of those ribs, up to the top of the shoulders. Just relax up those muscles in your upper back.